name's Keltie O'Connor and I'm a fitness, take on big adrenaline challenges YouTuber, and this is my journey how I went from 10,000 subscribers that no one watched a year ago to going viral overnight. I'm going to summarize 2018, the first 6 months, real fast. At the time, I was doing some modeling, I was doing the Instagram thing a little bit, I was doing marketing for different companies. I just stuck. From January 2018 to July 2018, summarized, I was just kind of doing everything and just trying to figure it out back in Edmonton, Alberta, and I was just lost. I had a YouTube channel, and the only videos that did any decently well were Lululemon try-on hauls, and as much as they're fun to do, I felt so uninspired, and I loved YouTube, but I found myself just constantly pumping these out, just doing it because some people are watching, getting a few comments, a couple subscribers. I just felt it wasn't working, and I kept trying, and I enjoyed it, but there just became a breaking point. It was around end of June. I had moved back to Edmonton from Halifax. That summer I decided I was single, I was gonna go enjoy it with friends, I had some money saved up. I didn't even plan to kind of take a time off originally, but I have all this traveling to do. I thought the thing to do to grow on YouTube was just constantly pump out videos every week and never miss an upload. I just realized I was just making crap content. I was embarrassed. It was not fulfilling me, but I loved YouTube and I was so confused. At the time, I just thought it was just a break just to enjoy time with friends, and at the time I didn't realize it was a mental break that would inspire me. July is my birthday month. Summarized real fast, I went to Calgary Stampede with my friends, had a little too much fun, celebrated my birthday there, and then I went to Kelowna with girlfriends. I've never bonded with my best friends so much over these few trips, and we just became sisters. It made me want to experience life and not just do the typical 9 to 5. It just gave me my lust of life back, and I didn't know what that meant at the time. Around then, I was doing Instagram. I had a decent following. Agency I signed with, and they were based out of Toronto, and they were like, come to Toronto, we'll set up some events for you, come see it. There was something in my gut, and it was almost this nervous thirst. I remember when I left to Toronto, I called my mom and I was like, I don't know, Mom. Something's different about this trip. It was just a couple day trip, like a week. And I told her, I was like, something's gonna happen. In my head being like, things are about to change. And I couldn't tell you, it was just, I didn't think I was gonna go here and make it or anything. It was just something in my gut. I used to be so scared of taking risks. The typical, you go to high school, you go to college, you get your job, and so nervous of taking risks. And summer was such a risk. And so I went to Toronto and just fell in love with the city. It brought me this pull. When I was there, I distinctly remember the very street. I looked up and I knew, and I've talked about this in that moment, I have to move to this city. And I couldn't even rationalize it. It didn't make sense. Yes, there's more opportunities, but I couldn't tell you distinctly why I had to move. And I remember coming back from Toronto and just filled with ideas on my YouTube that I wanted to do different series. I wanted to show how fun I had this summer, how I was able to just move my body and enjoy it and do different activities, how I picked up golfing, how I did tennis, how I got back to playing basketball. I just go around and shoot hoops, and I chased adrenaline and I chased fun. It just brought so much life, and it made me want to work harder. And somehow I was like, hey, I'm gonna start doing videos like this. Of course, in my mind, I'm a big dreamer. I was like, hey, these are all gonna blow up. These are all gonna blow up, guys. I put so much work into it. I even hired an editor for some time and would do like intro to kickboxing, all these things. And it did okay, but not quite as good as my Lululemon ones. And I was kind of like, oh God, am I gonna have to go back to that? But at least I was inspired to make videos again, so I didn't really care as much. I packed my bags, I sold my car, I literally got rid of everything I owned and fit everything I possibly could into 2 suitcases and a carry-on and moved cross country. Got there, I was lucky enough to get connected and get a bar job, just like a safety net. And I remember just going hard. She has the green on. 0 to 100, fam. From September to December, just being like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I like the idea of being a talk show host. I love YouTube, all this kind of, which is all the same realm, but YouTube just had my eye. But you can't go somewhere and ever tell someone like, I want to be a YouTuber. People are like, who are you trying to be? Even though it is a career these days, people don't see that. I was embarrassed to think it, so I just kept networking. I would go to every event, I'd meet everyone, and I really dived into like the fitness social media scene here in Toronto real fast, because you send me somewhere, I'm I'm gonna go. Through a friend actually I went to high school with, connected me with the Orange Theory opening. First one, I was like, yeah, can I film it? Can I do like my first time doing an Orange Theory class? And he's like, of course. Posted it. And at the time I could tell it was doing a bit better than in my other videos. And I was blown away, guys. I was like, oh my God, my idea is kind of catching on. Now, it went viral in my mind because it had like 100,000 views after like a month or two. And I was like, oh my God, like mind blown. And I got my first like actual check from YouTube. It could help a lot with living. Like it wasn't gonna be my job right away, but sitting back, I had so many other ideas that stuff I wanted to do. I wanted to do this and that and this and that. And that was so affirming, that little video, that I was like, you know what? You're gonna give yourself 6 months to focus only on YouTube. Everything else in your life is on the back burner. Everything else. Listening to podcasts, people who did that, and I thought it was crazy, but you know what? What's worse can happen? 6 months of my life versus, you know, the next 6 years regretting never doing that. I decided to research and research and research and research, and I found a video that BuzzFeed did called I Tried Tom Brady's Diet for a Day. In my mind, I was like, a day, guys? Really? You did it for a day? This video had like 2 million views, and I'm sitting there being like, I can do better than that. At the time, I was going out networking. I was out drinking. My diet was all over. I was in a new city. I was partying a little bit. Felt puffy and bloated. I was like, you know, if there's ever a time to try a diet like this, because I'm not really about dieting. I've never been a dieter. I'll just try them just to show you guys. You know what? I'm gonna try it. And I distinctly remember one night bartending and people coming up and like, oh, can you have shots with me? And I was like, no, sorry, I'm doing this Tom Brady diet. And they looked at me, they're like, why? I was like, oh, for YouTube. And it was really tough to say that when you had 15,000 subscribers. They're like, okay, so you're sacrificing everything for a month for this video? And I was like, yeah, no, like I think it has like potential and all this. And I just remember so many people being like, okay, that's cute. That's cute. I didn't know it would do well, and it wasn't even that. I just had this feeling. I was like, hey, do that. Just show it. I wanted that challenge in my life. I wanted to show bigger things on my YouTube, and I didn't think it'd do well because the only thing that had really done well was that one really highly searched video, the Orange Theory, and try-on hauls. Didn't want to be another girl doing try-on hauls. There's nothing wrong with it, but I had just this message. I just wanted to inspire girls to move their body and have that summer I had last summer in terms of fitness. So I did it for a month, and I had all the footage. I felt good about it, and then I went back home for a week for Christmas, and I had all the footage ready to go, and I kept kind of putting off editing it. Being 100% transparent. I miss my family so much. I hadn't seen them for 6 months, and then New Year's happened. I went out and drank a lot of. After the bars all closed, I went back to my best friend Amy's house. I can't even tell you what we talked about, but you know those heart-to-hearts you have with your best friends? You let it all on the table. Well, I did that. Me and Amy had this just heart-to-heart about life and what we want to do, and I remember talking and being like, I really want to do this YouTube thing. It's tough to put in words, it's tough to say, but it was just something that always pulled me. There was something about this platform about connecting with people, making my own videos, the creativity, everything. And I stayed at your house till like 5 a.m. I woke up at 7 a.m., sat down on my mom's couch, and edited that Tom Brady video for like 6 hours straight without moving. Okay, not eating, not drinking, nothing. I've never in my life been in such a zone with a video. It just like flow, I hear people say, it just kind of flew through me. I've done so much research on videos that do well and just put so much into this, and I just had this weird feeling, and I can't tell, it was just like serendipity. And so I made the video, and I was so excited for it, guys. I made this big announcement to my only at the time 15,000 subscribers, which if you're one of those, I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna upload every Tuesday, Thursday starting January 1st, and so that was gonna be my first one. It was coming out January 2nd. I was so amped. That night, went to sleep, and it was exporting. I was going to on a plane early the next morning. I wake up in the morning, it would have all been fine. It would have been uploaded on my schedule. I'd been announcing for so long. I wake up, and this is no word of lie. The charger was like this. It was less than that, just slightly a millimeter out, and my laptop had died. It was like 3 in the morning. I had to get on a plane, travel around Toronto. I was like, this video is gonna go up late. And I was so defeated. It's like, I thought this was gonna be my year. That night I'd wrote in these goals. I had wrote in the goal that by the end of June 2019, I would have 20,000 subscribers. And by the end of December 31st, 2019, I'd have 50,000 subscribers. And I'd written that the night before, and I thought, you know, this is gonna be my start. And the video didn't export, so I had to get on the plane. I made this big apology. I was so stressed. This like and it's like an 8-hour flight, travel, everything. So I'm going back being like, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. Maybe all this is just in my head and I'm telling myself, and I should just give up. And I was so defeated, like so defeated. So I get home, like, okay, it's just gonna be a couple hours. My Wi-Fi is decently fast. I can have it exporting. I come home, it's like 9 p.m. I go to export the video, and for whatever reason, it doesn't take its usual 10 minutes. It decides to take 3 hours. Okay, it's not even gonna be up the Thursday. That was my whole thing. That was my strategy. It was just every Tuesday, Thursday upload. That was what was gonna make my YouTube. And then it was not gonna be uploaded. And that already blew my motivation. The start of the year, everything, these goals I'd set up. I thought I was riding this cloud and I was just crushed. So I got up the next morning, it was finally done. And at this point, I'm just gonna be straight up, I didn't give a I didn't care. I don't know anymore. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Why I'm in Toronto. I left my family. This YouTube thing isn't gonna happen. I was so mad. I kind of threw together a thumbnail. I threw together the title. It was like 9 a.m. on a Friday, and I pressed publish, slammed my computer, ran downtown. And I was just like, it was snowing, it was freezing. I was just walking around for like 2 hours and just being like, I don't even know, guys. Like, what am I doing with my life? And I get home. Usually if a video is doing well, I did like 60 views in an hour. I did 1,000 views in an hour. I was like, oh, okay, people are liking this video. A couple hours pass, and a couple of these numbers are gonna be off, but suddenly it was at like 10,000 views in a couple hours. And I distinctly remember where I was standing. I texted my 2 best friends to be like, guys, I don't wanna like jinx anything, but I think my Tom Brady video is going viral. And they're like, no. And this is what everything started to happen. By the end of the night, it hit like 50,000 views, and then it just skyrocketed. The next day, it doubled. It was like 100. After that, it was 200. And I remember all my friends being like, Keltie, I think your video is gonna get to 1 million views. Suddenly, I started getting all these comments. My Instagram blew up, and people are like, Barstool's reposting you. Barstool's. I was like, Barstool? That's me and my friends. Like, inside joke is Barstool. Memes? Oh my God. So like my phone, I just couldn't, for probably 5 days, all I did was refresh my followers and that video and just seeing the views go up. It was, I think, 3 days in, I was walking home across this bridge, and I've never experienced this feeling, and I hope every single one of you experiences it at one point in your life. I was walking home, my friends had just been texting me, and I literally heaved. I just was walking, bent over like this, bent over in the middle of the street, and just sobbed. But it was such like a release sob. It was like a weight off my shoulder. It was like as if years of grinding out and all this, and knowing, and deep down knowing, despite what everything else was telling me, that this would happen. And it was just like, it was just this light. It was just this light. And I was like, F everything. This is what I'm gonna do with my life. Maybe not forever. YouTube, I know, is temporary, but I was like, I love this so much. I distinctly, my friends made so much fun of me because I made this thing in November that I was like, I'm not talking to any boys, I'm not doing anything like that, not really partying until May. And then we have 6 months to devote this. So then this happened, and I went into tunnel vision. All I cared about was YouTube. All I thought about was YouTube, and it was very unhealthy. Very unhealthy. I didn't sleep, I didn't properly eat, I sacrificed my body for YouTube, I sacrificed my social life, my dating, my finances, everything, and it was so worth it. And I'm not saying put everything on your life for a risk, but sometimes in life you have to sacrifice a lot. And there's a quote, and it's like, take 6 months of hard work to put you 5 years ahead of life. Okay, this wave, I have this. Go, 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 go. And I've never felt so alive. When I laugh, I belly laugh. And I think that's so important. I know the message my channel has, and I know anytime you guys say you laugh for my videos, or inspires you to get out, or inspires you to try something new, or even just seeing me doing something really hard inspires you to do something hard, like whatever it is, you get your own purpose. It's silly. Going after a dream of YouTube is silly, it doesn't make sense, and I get it. But when there's something pulling you, it doesn't have to make sense. Whether that's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a job, whatever it is, if there's that thing, that fire inside you, that there's nothing else you want, you chase that. And keep searching till you find it, and then I encourage you to go for it. Take risks. Now, I haven't made it. I still have big goals with YouTube and this channel. Big challenges I want to do that really push the limits and entertain you guys. Now, I know the internet, and I know you guys want specifics of how I went viral. I'll never really know. No one really knows. Through my own research, talking to other people who've gone viral, here's what I discovered to be the reason my video went viral. First, the concept was just unique and had shock value. Is obviously there had been the one-day Tom Brady, but to do it for 30 days, no one had really done something like this. And even my thumbnail and my title was very kind of clickbaity would be the term, but it wasn't. I lost a ton of weight, and people are like, how'd you lose too much weight? So it just had that shock value, which some people abuse with clickbait, and then sometimes, in my case, it wasn't abused. Next, YouTube loves watch time. They want you to keep watching, so you have to have a video that people don't exit out for a while. Just kind of the format of my video, I feel I made it so people wanted to continue watching, like how were the results, all that. So I just created a video that people didn't click out of after a minute. You guys seem to enjoy the video, so I saw right away it was getting a lot more likes and comments than any other video. So I feel YouTube's algorithm goes, hey, I think people are enjoying this video, maybe other people enjoy it, and so they spread it out into the rest of the YouTube world and start recommending it. Kind of go off the clickbait thing, I feel it had a very like wow thumbnail. It was just eye-catching. When you looked at it, it had that shock value, once again, that people right away are enticed. You want to think of a thumbnail as the same as a movie poster. You want to intrigue people and entices people into click. Now this one is where the luck kind of happened for me for sure, is the time of year. I never even anticipated this, but obviously first week of January, people are looking to lose weight as fast as possible. New Year's resolutions. I made a video that was I lost too much weight. The Super Bowl was coming up, and obviously it was a video about Tom Brady. I didn't realize it at the time, but putting everything together, looking back, it just had all the different pieces for the time of year that people would want to see that video. And last, like I said, luck. There's a lot of luck in this. I didn't anticipate this to go viral. I didn't know. I feel that's the concept on YouTube. You just have to keep creating content that people would like over time. Keep doing it. Keep doing videos you love, that you're passionate about. People will see that, and then hopefully one day you have that recipe. You can try and create virality. I know some people are really good at it. Oh God, Paul Brothers. But I think sometimes it's just a stroke of luck and good timing, and you want to call that whatever you want to call it. There's going to be some luck. So keep working, and hopefully opportunities come to you if this is the route you want to go. And I want to thank you guys all. This last year has been so hard. I've experienced emotions I didn't know existed. I now have a F yes mentality with everything. My friendships, my family, relationships, and my job. If it's not a yes, it's a no. And I don't swear often, but I've sworn a few times in this video, and I'm sorry, I'll bleep it out because AdSense. I have that mentality. Now, you don't have to have that mentality, but I hope my journey over the last year can show you that no matter what your dreams are, no how silly they seem, if you put in the work, you truly put in the work and truly go after it, you would be amazed what you're capable of. Even if you're just a tiny blonde girl from Edmonton, Alberta, who decided on a whim she needs to move to Toronto to start a YouTube career, do it.